Welcome back to Tactics. Tonight's video is on using heroic intervention to save you from disaster. Welcome to CanHammer, everybody, your source for 40k from the Great White North. This tactics video is on the use of heroic intervention to save yourself from assault disaster. So here we have a setup again where we're trying to save our Shadow Sword from being assaulted by this wily jump pack Space Marine unit. We have here our brave guard unit, and they are being commanded by Sly Marbo. So it's the this unit's turn. The guardsmen know their positioning is not great, but they're hoping that maybe these guys don't roll that well on charges. So let's say they roll pretty well. So now they do their charge. First guy is up here. Then this second guy ends up here. Okay, third guy, fourth guy, fifth guy. Okay, so here's the situation now. So what's going to happen when we're at the end of the charge phase now? What's going to happen when these guys choose to pile in? These guys will pile in here. You have to move towards the closest model. Okay, that's a bad example. Let's set it up a little bit like this. Okay, so this guy would move this way, but this guy, the closest model to him, is the Shadow Sword, so he would go this way, and as long as they stay within coherency, which they are, the Shadow Sword is now locked in combat. Okay, so by using clever positioning on the charge, they set themselves up so that the pile in would set them up closer to the Shadow Sword. This guy doesn't even have to pile in. Pile in is optional. He could stay there if coherency was an issue. So how do you deal with that if you know that that's going to happen? Okay, well, what you do at the end of their charge phase, and it may result in you losing your character, but you have to decide if that's more important than getting your Shadow Sword tied up. Sly Marble declares a heroic intervention at the end of their charge phase. This allows him to move 3 inches towards enemy unit, so he's going to move like this. Okay, he's going to make sure at the end of his heroic intervention that he is the closest model to this dude, not the Shadow Sword. So when he piles in, this guy, if he wants to move at all, is forced to go this way, not this way, and the Shadow Sword is safe. Okay, so the heroic intervention is something that people forget to use all the time, myself included. And most of the time, your opponent has not been wily enough to declare your character as a target of the charge because they didn't think that they would get there, and so heroic intervention does allow you to get in there with some free swings. But you can use heroic intervention very cleverly like this, and that will help you save you from disaster. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that little tactic video. If you have any other tactics you want us to do, please write it in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe to our channel please, and consider supporting us on Patreon. See you next time.